When I'm not feeling confident, one of the exercises I do with myself is asking the question, who am I when I have nothing? Because confidence comes from evidence. That's, well, logically, a confident place can be based off of the evidence that you have from the actions that you've done, and this is what I've done so far, so I know I can look at that and know I could stand on it. But even if we have that, sometimes we lose our confidence. Sometimes we lose our own faith in our own choices, in our own ability, even if we have all this evidence before. And it just happens. And these are kind of like the clouds that come along the sky. A famous meditation or meditative concept is that even though the cloud can be full of dark thunder clouds, there's always a blue sky behind it. Always. No matter what. So I take solace in that concept by thinking that when we have these cloudy moments or these storm clouds in life that come through, and you are just not feeling up to par or significant or enough in yourself, or have that faith in yourself, then something you can depend on is not what you could do, but who you are. And so that's why I meditate with that question and ask myself, well, who am I if I don't have the assistance from these people? If I don't have these resources, either financial or ownership of anything? Who am I if I don't have this kind of health, energy, physical energy that I usually do? Who am I if I just don't have all these things that I normally have, or if I have a bunch of external components against me, wishing malice upon me, and life is not fair, and because a lot of the times it's not. So then what are you going to do? And so right exactly at that point is when you start to decide what you're going to do. It's more specifically, you decide who you're going to become. And then more specifically after that is when you decide who you want to become, you start deciding who you're going to be in that moment. Because you can't have everything at once. Maybe you can't have everything you think you need at once. But when I'm feeling like the world is against me, like I don't have anyone who can back me up, or if I don't have the resources that I need, or for some reason I'm below par with my ability to do things that I could have done before, then I know I can depend on my own tenacity to keep moving forward and to learn how I can create specific outcomes with half the effort or with a lower amount of resources. How I can still win and be resourceful even if I don't have all of what I've had before helping me out. That I know that I can grow into a different version of myself or become an even better student, study even harder, practice even harder, become even stronger. And that's nothing that anyone can take from me. No one can take that from me, from you. If you have that understanding and that power, people can take different body parts away from you, but they can't take away that part of your spirit. And no matter what, that's always something that's there. That's why it's important to refine the spirit, to understand that you can go through hardship, that you're going to go through hardship in the future, that you have already gone through specific hardships in the past. And it's up to you to decide what to do in this moment now when you don't have things going your way. And it's not going to be fair. It's not supposed to be fair, at least not all the time. Maybe even most of the time, some people would argue. But that goes back onto your skill, a controllable ability. How am I going to react? How am I going to choose to take this? Am I going to choose to dwell upon this and feel like everything is just against me and life isn't fair and I don't have a chance? Or is it that even when I have the entire world against me, that I know I can figure out a way to stand up and to take care of myself and those who are dear to me? That's a mindset that is solidified with action, continuous action. So meditate on that. That's what I find really useful for myself, and I think you'll find it useful for yourself too.